Morning, even afternoon, Timthetatman 2, the Just Chatting podcast version of me. We got a banger for you today, baby. I'm sure a lot of you are going to be able to relate with this one. What you're about to listen to in this and see is my worst traveling experience ever. I'm sure everyone here has had one or two tough traveling experiences, especially if you travel a lot. This is one of those ones that it just felt like it kept getting worse, and I'm sure a lot of you will be able to relate with this. Be sure to drop a like on this and share it with a friend. Also hit the sub button for Timthetatman 2 over here if you enjoy the Just Chatting YouTube and you enjoy this content on this channel. Also, be sure to tell somebody you love them, okay? I'll catch you in the next one. 25 from Tom. What's your worst travel story? I was flying to California, LA, and we had a connecting flight in Chicago. We were running late, but we got there just in time. It was TwitchCon 2018. Was that San Fran, actually? I can't remember where I was going. And we got to the connecting flight in Chicago, and we had 2 first class tickets, and we walk up to the people, and they go, oh no, that's the word that comes out of their mouth. And I'm like, what? And they were like, we sold one of your first class tickets. And I said, what? And they said, we sold it. And I said what again? Because I was so confused. And basically they gave up one of our tickets or something like that. I still to this day don't fully understand it. I don't fully understand it. But basically we had 2 tickets that were right next to each other, and they go, oh no, we gave it up. And I said, okay, well, tell them to move. That was literally, I'm assuming it was something with being overbooked or something like that. I was like, okay, well, tell them to move because I had this ticket first. And they were like, we can't do that. And I said, what? I was like, I bought this and I had this. How can I not have my seat? Right? And they're like, we have a seat in economy. And I said, okay, I paid for first class and I want my first class seat. That's what I said. I was like, I have it. I have the ticket. I want it. And they said, we can't do that. So at this point, you know what's funny? Alexis, a lot of the times my wife is the one that kind of, I'm usually pretty passive. I'm usually pretty passive for the most part. And Alexis will be the one to kind of handle stuff like this. Be like, okay, like what can we do? And she's really like tactful. That's the word I would use with it. She's like, okay, like, and she'll like, she's not like, what's the word I'm looking for? Aggressive, I guess. Not aggressive, but she just kind of talks him through it. You know what I mean? And kind of how, but for some reason I decided that I'm dealing with this today. And I said, what did I say, bro? This is probably the meanest I've ever been to someone like that was just working, but I was so fucking angry. I said something like, she said, I can get you economy. And I said, I don't want economy. That's what I said. I said, I don't fucking want it. I don't want economy. I want my first class shit that I paid for. Yeah, and Alexis was pregnant at this time. I forgot about that too, bro. So Alexis was pregnant. We were traveling to TwitchCon, and I wanted to sit next to her in my first class seat that I paid for, and I was just mad. So like, she goes, let me call over my manager. I'm like, good, get her over here. And the lady, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Probably nothing. Just typing a bunch of bullshit on the computer. Like, they're probably typing to each other like, LOL, this guy thinks he's going to get first class cap. And she's like, yeah, sorry, sir. All we can do is give you 1 economy and 1 first class ticket. And it was like the anger that I felt inside of me was, it was bad. There's a couple times I've been pretty angry. That was one time where I was fucking mad. I was just mad. I was like, how can I purchase something and then you give what I have? My biggest confusion with this whole thing was I had the ticket with the seats in it. I had the seat numbers. So I'm like, how do I have this seat number and someone else is sitting in my seat number? This doesn't make any sense to me. Like, how can you give this away when I have this in my hands? You know, and apparently they overbook shit. Fucking bullshit. The whole thing is stupid. I'm starting to get mad talking about this again. Bro, I was so beside myself by the end of it that when the lady was like, you can have 1 economy and 1 first class, I was like, fucking great, give it to me. And obviously I'm going to be the one that's sitting in economy. I'm not going to make my pregnant wife. I was sitting in like a middle seat Of course, it was a fucking middle seat, right? And I walked by, and my wife, and dude, it's like, it was a whole thing, man. Because here's the thing, this guy's not going to switch seats with me, right? Because he doesn't want to go to economy. He doesn't want to go sit in economy because he has a first class ticket, just like I had. Pissed me the fuck off, bro. I was so mad. Dude, I was so mad. Someone in my chat is spamming "I'm rich," Pepega with a megaphone. This isn't about being rich, in my opinion. This is like a this isn't even a rich thing. This is just like a, why can't I get what I pay for? It's why can't I get what I fucking pay for? I paid. That's not me being like, oh, I'm rich. Fucking move your ass, right? It says I paid for a double cheeseburger and fries, and you took away my fries and gave them to someone else. It's the fucking principle. It's the whole principle of the whole thing. It's not about I'm rich, move your ass, I paid for this. It says, where are my fucking French fries? Okay. This story gets worse. I don't know who asked me this, but this is, I'm getting angry again. I'm getting mad again. The story gets worse, just so you know. So finally, I'm so fed up with it, and Alexis is pregnant. I'm like, I don't fucking care. I have to go to TwitchCon. Go. Whatever. Fuck it. We land in wherever I went. I think it was San Fran. Land wherever I go, and we go down to the baggage claim. And baggage claim takes a little while to start, and finally the bags start coming out for our flight. We were supposed to go from there to the hotel, and then we were going to Ninja's party with Dylan Francis. I'm standing there, and all of a sudden I start seeing bags I'd already seen before, and I hadn't seen my bag. Finally, it gets to a point where all the bags are gone and the thing stops, and I'm like, great. I didn't want to, like, I stood there for a while because I like didn't want to accept what was happening, but fucking great, they lost our bags. So now I'm already mad from the whole first thing, and now my bags aren't there, and I have no clothes for TwitchCon. And I it's like all this is right before the day before TwitchCon is starting. Okay, so then I go talk to this guy, and this I felt bad for the baggage claim guy because I was a fucking whirlwind walking in there because I was already it was almost like someone's like, I was like a wind-up toy, and I already got wound up, right? I already got wound up with the first thing because they let me sit first class, and I had to sit economy. I couldn't be with my pregnant wife, the whole thing. And then I unwound a bit because we're here now. Who fucking cares? And then my bags are gone, and I'm winding. And so I go in there, and he goes, "Hey, sir, how can I help you?" And I said, "My fucking bags aren't here. That's how you can help me." And he goes, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." I was like, "Cap, no, you're fucking not." And he's like typing some bullshit. Once again, he's probably typing LOL, this guy, fucking idiot. And him and his like buddy are like laughing. And he's like, "Yep, sir, it looks like they're in Chicago." I was like, "Damn, probably should have put it on the fucking plane." He goes, "Yeah, we can get it out to you at earliest. I think it was tomorrow morning, but you have to come back and get it." And I was like, I have a meet and greet at 8 a.m. I can't. I almost had like a mental slip at this point because I can't fucking process what I'm gonna do here. I'm like, I have to be at the TwitchCon like meet and greet at like 8 a.m. It was almost like a mental breakdown, literally. And on top of this, Alexis is pregnant, this whole thing. And they lost Alexis's bags. And she has her fucking maternity clothes. She can't just... This was what really fucking sent me, bro. The guy goes, "Yeah, you could go to Target tomorrow morning and get some clothes." And I said, "Bro, she's fucking pregnant and she has all these clothes that fit. I don't want to have to go shopping with my pregnant wife before I have to go to a meet and greet that I have to go to." I'm like getting worked up talking about this again, bro. This is my worst travel day ever. And he goes, "Yeah," he was like, "That's kind of all we can do." And he gave me like a little tag, and he was like, "When the bags get here, I'll let you know." I was like, "Oh, fuck yeah." I'm not going to say the airline for a couple reasons. One, I can't really fucking remember. I got so mad. And two, I don't want to actually, I don't want to, I'm over it now. I'm fucking over it, but it was like so bad, bro. That's my worst travel day, 100%. 100% my worst experience with traveling. and the hardest part of the whole thing hands down, the hardest part of the whole thing is Alexis wasn't just pregnant at this point. She was like pretty far along. It was right. Okay, wait, what's the time frame when you can fly when you're pregnant? There's a number. Anyone here have had a baby and you know the number? There's like up to a certain point you can fly. I think it's up to 6 or 7. So she was like teetering on that. It was like, I think she was like 5 months or something like that. I don't fully remember that, but all I remember was we were pushing that limit too, like as far as when she can travel. And obviously I have to go to TwitchCon, and oh my God, I'm like getting mad thinking about it again. And like I said, it's the entire thing is the principle of the matter. It's the principle of it. And I've told this story before, I have, but it's the principle of how I have it's kind of like my McDonald's analogy. I paid for a double cheeseburger and fries, and you gave somebody else my fries that I paid for. Those are my fries. So needless to say, everything that happened, okay, that whole thing, the first class ticket, whatever, the losing my bags. I think the funniest part of this whole thing was we had to go to Ninja's party. That was where we were going to go, but we had to be, there was a certain attire that you needed to go to Ninja's party, and I have no clothes, and all I had was flip-flops, and I'm literally wearing a Cleveland Indians shirt and jersey shorts. That's all I had. I was texting Tyler or something. I was like, bro, I can't come, because we asked that. We're like, hey, we explained the whole situation to the security there, and they're like, yeah, we don't care, he can't come in. I was like, well, fuck it. I was like, just fuck it. I was like, by the end of this, I was so done. I was like, this is the worst trip I've ever had already. I don't care. I just don't care. But what ended up happening was Tyler basically like got on him and said, let him in. He didn't care, kind of thing. And then we ended up going to his party, and I got in and I got on stage there, and everyone's all dressed up in their nice clothes and shit, and their party clothes. And Alexis is pregnant with like her one maternity dress that she had, because everything else was gone. And then I was in a baseball t-shirt with flip-flops. And we ended up actually having a pretty fun night, I will say that. But I guess just to wrap the story up, what ended up happening, maybe Whips can get a photo and like put it on there so you guys can see. There's like pictures that came out of it, and it's kind of funny to look at, because everyone else is kind of like in button-ups and stuff like that, and then I'm just like, I was like ripping tequila in like jersey shorts in like this really nice club, and it's where I flashed my tits. Yep, I was fully done with it by the end of it. I was like, fuck it, here's my tits. But we ended up, our bags came in the next day. I literally, chat, can't even remember how we got the bags. I don't remember if I went. I might have went. Whips, did I go? This whole story, I'm going to be honest with you. This whole story, there's pieces I can't fully remember, because I think I blacked out. And it's almost like my brain knew that I can't remember this because I was so overwhelmed, kind of thing. They ended up getting delivered to the hotel. Oh, W. Yeah, I didn't fucking remember that at all. I thought someone went and got it. Yeah, I don't know, man. But I had to go get I had to buy some stuff from Target. I like bought a shirt that didn't quite fit me. And part of the thing is too, if you're a fat person, you might be able to understand me here. When you're fat and you find clothes that fit you, you like those clothes. So I had to go try to find clothes that fit me. Like I had clothes that fit me well for TwitchCon, because I want to be comfortable and I want to look good as I can, right? And there's clothes that fit me well. So now I had to go to Target. We literally went to the mall. I think my mods were there, and I had to buy some clothes. I had to, because I had to go to the thing that morning. I'm pretty sure we went to the mall that next morning at like 9 a.m. It was like us walking around trying to find clothes for us and like mall walkers. It was crazy, bro. The whole thing was one of the biggest shit shows I've ever had as far as traveling. And I know it's like first world problems complaining about it, but it was If you've had a bad travel day, I'm sure you can relate with that story. That's what I'd say. And I'm sure a lot of you have had your fair share of bad travel days. And that was a very bad travel day. My worst travel day. Oh, here's the clip. We got the clip. Look, this clip came from this whole thing. So this is after everything. Okay, look. All I hear in this video is this one chick just shouting, Tim. I don't know who she is or if she still watches me, but you can just hear her. Listen. So I'm in my flip-flops and bullshit like that, man. You know what I mean? And then Dylan tells me to take my tits out.
Take those titties out!
So naturally, I'm not gonna not take my tits out when Dylan tells me to. So it actually I will say the night was very fun. And it ended up being a good night after the worst travel day ever. So, and that TwitchCon was great too. But getting there, terrible. Would you guys have been mad if you were me? You would have been mad, right? I think my anger was justified. And keep in mind the variables, right? Pregnant wife, just bullshit happening. It's like there were so many variations, like variables. There were so many different, and I had to be there, right? It's not like it wasn't like a trip that I could be late to. It's like TwitchCon. I have to be there tomorrow. You know what I mean? I'm glad that a lot of you agree with me because I was very unhappy. And like I said, I'm usually really chill. But I think it was because Alexis was pregnant and all these other things that just made me so mad. Okay, that's my worst travel story. Thanks, Tom, for making me remember that.